بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Math grade 7. We are in model 6. We are in model 6. Write and solve equations. Write and solve equations. We are in the first lesson. Write and solve one-step equations. Today we want to learn write and solve one-step equations. In this lesson, we want to learn how to write and solve one-step equations with rational numbers. I want from all to prepare your notebook. We have some exercises. Okay, evaluate. Exercise number 1. I want from all to do this operation and tell me your answer. We have 197 multiplied by 8.
Mister, we only multiply?
Yes.
Mister, the answer will be 1576.
Great. Okay, check with me, please. 8 times 7 will be 56. 6 here and 5 up. Then 8 times 9 will be 72. 72 plus 5 will be 77. 7 here and 7 up. 8 times 1 will be 8, plus 7 will be 15. So the answer will be 1576. Okay, try to find the long division here, exercise number 2, and tell me your answer, please.
Mister, the answer will be 25.25.
Excellent, excellent, thank you. Okay, check with me, please. 2 divided by 8, we cannot do this operation because 2 less than 8. So what I do, take 2 digits. We have 20. 20 divided by 8. Which number times 8 equals 20 or less than 20? Will be 2. 2 times 8 will be 16. Now 20 minus 16 will be 4. Then drop 2. Now we have 42. 42 divided by 8. Which number times 8 equal 42 or less than 42? Will be 5. 5 times 8 will be 40. Now 42 minus 40 will be 2. We want to continue. Put here point and put here 0. Now we have 20. 20 divided by 8 will be 2 because 2 times 8 will be 16, the nearest number to the 20. Now 20 minus 16 will be 4. Add 0 here. Now 40 divided by 8 will be 5. 5 times 8 will be 40. Now 40 minus 40 will be 0. Now remainder here. And the coefficient will be 25.25. 25.25. Okay, try to find exercise number 3, please.
It will be 44.6.
Mister, 44.6.
Great. The organized here very important. The order here very important with the point under the point. The ones under the ones, the tens under the tens, and the tenths under the tenths. Then we can do subtraction here. So 1 minus 5, I cannot do this operation. 4 1 from 8, 8 will be 7. and 1 will be 11. Now 11 minus 5 will be 6, drop the point here. Then 7 minus 3 will be 4. Then 7 minus 3 will be 4. So the answer will be 44.6. The answer will be 44.6. Now try to solve number 4, please.
21.700 and and 57.
Thank you. Who has different answer?
Mr. 21.775.
Thank you. Do you have different answer? Okay, great for all. Thank you for all. Here we don't have number as you see. You can put 0. 0 plus 5 will be 5. Then 5 plus 2 will be 7. Then 4 plus 3 will be 7. Drop the point. And here 1 plus 0 will be 1. And here we have 2. So the answer will be 21.775. Great for all. Who can read exercise number 5, please?
Can I read it?
Yes, Lama.
A bike race covers 67 miles per day for 5 days. How many miles long is the race?
Great. What is the operation here?
Multiplication.
Great. Now do this operation, please. We have 67 multiplied by 5 and tell me the answer.
$335.
Great work for all. Check with me the answers now. Here 1576, here 25.25, here 44.6, here 21.775, and here 335. Okay. Now we want to learn the property of equality. The properties of equality. Properties of equality. You can use the properties of equality to solve equations algebraically. Select each card to learn more about the addition property of equality. This is the first property. The first property, addition property of equality. What's the meaning of addition property of equality? See here. The addition property of equality states that the two sides of an equation remain equal when you add the same number to each side. For example, here you have equation. The equation means equal between two quantities or two sides. We have this equation A equal B. I can add the same number to the two sides. Choose C, for example, so we can write A plus C in the left side, and in the right side we have B plus C. As you see, we have the same equal, we have the same equation, no change in the equations. No change in this equation. So if you add the same number to the two sides of this equation, the equation stay true. No change in this equation. The name of this property will be what? The addition property of equality. The addition property of equality. This is the first property. The second property, subtraction property of equality. Subtraction property of equality. What's the meaning of this property? The subtraction property of equality states that the two sides of an equation remain equal when you subtract the same number from each side. What's the meaning? Look to this example. I have this equation A equal B. If I choose C and I subtract the same number from the two sides, so listen here, A minus C and B minus C. I subtract the same number from the two sides. And I have here the same equation. I have equal here, 2 between the two sides. No change in this equation. So if I subtract the same number from the two sides of any equation, the equation stay true. No change in this equation. So this is the meaning of subtraction property of equality. The third property, multiplication property of equality. The multiplication property of equality states that two sides of an equation remain equal when you multiply each side by the same number. If I have the equation A equal B and choose C, if I multiply the two sides with the same number with C, the equation will be A times C equal B times C. No change in this equation. We have equal between the two sides, and the equation will be true when I multiply the two sides by the same number. This is the meaning of the multiplication property of equality. Now, the last property, division property of equality. Division property of equality. What's the meaning of this property? The division property of equality states that the two sides of an equation remain equal when you divide each side by the same non-zero. Put here two red line under non-zero number. So, for example, I have this equation A equal B and I choose number C, but C non-zero means doesn't equal zero, And if I divide the two sides by this number, A divide by C and B divide by C, listen here, we note we have the same equation, no change in this equation. The equation is still true. This is the meaning of the division property of equality. Right. I will explain more for these properties. Suppose I have this equation 2x equal 5. And I choose number 3. For example, I choose number 3. And I want to add number 3 to the two sides. So we can write 2x plus 3 equal 5 plus 3. Right. As you see here, we have the same equal between the two sides. No change in the equation. What is the name of this property? Addition property of equality. Means if you add the same number to the two sides of the equation stay or still true.
Mister, you wrote 5. Like 5 plus 5.
Sorry, yes, C3. Okay. Do you have any question here?
I don't think there was any questions.
No questions? Okay. Right. Suppose we have this equation, y equals 6. And I subtract here the same number from the two sides, y minus 5 and 6 minus 5. The equation stay true, no change. If I subtract the same numbers from the two sides, the equation is still true. No change in this equation. What is the name of this property? Subtraction property of equality. Subtraction property of equality. Right. The third property, suppose we have here 3z equal 8 And if I choose number 5 and I want to multiply 5 by the two sides here, 5 times 3z equal 5 times 8. Also here we have the same equation. We have equal between the two sides, no change in this equation. So if I multiply the same number by the two sides, the equation is still true. No change in this equation. What is the name of this property? Multiply property of equality. Multiply property of equality. Do you have any question here?
Yes, Mr. Like 3z.
Yes.
Like Mr. When you do something like a number or something, you should get the answer or just keep it like this.
Just
Like
understand.
you just want to do the property or you want to solve it.
Yeah, just understand the property. And if you want more explain, suppose 3 equal 3. Choose any number, Layan. For example, 4. If you multiply here by 4 and multiply here by the same number, do you have any change in this equation? 3 times 4 will be 12 and 3 times 4 will be 12. We have the same equal between the two sides. No change in this equation. No change in this equation. This is the meaning of this idea. Okay? Okay. Now the last property. Suppose we have 2x equal 8. And I choose number 4 for example. And as you know, number 4 non-zero. What the meaning of non-zero means? Doesn't equal 0. Doesn't equal 0. So if I divide the two sides by the same number, so I can write here 2x divided by 4, it's equal to the 8 divided by 4. So no change in this equation. No change in this equation. For more ideas here. For example, suppose here you have 12 equal 12. This is equation. And if you divide the two sides by the same number, by 2, 12 divided by 2 will be 6, and 12 divided by 2 will be 6. Note here we have the same equation. We have equal between two sides. No change in this equation. What is the name of this property? Division property of equality. Division property of equality.
Okay, Mr. What about the 0?
Allah. It is very, very wrong to divide any number by 0. Why? And as you know, 0 times any number equals 0. Right? And 0 divide by any number will be also 0. Right? But number divided by 0, this is here error. Undefined. Because no number multiplied by 0 equal 5. And here 0 times 5 will be 0. But here, do you have any number multiplied by 0 equal 5? It's impossible. Because 0 times any number will be what? Will be 0. So the answer here will be error. So when we have any equation, 2x equal 1 for example, and I want to divide this equation, the two sides, by a, it's very important to know a must to be non-zero, doesn't equal 0, doesn't equal 0, because if I divide by 0, I will get error, undefined. Understand now?
Yes, Mr. Thank you.
Okay. What's the meaning of the equation? An equation is a sentence stating that two quantities are equal. The value of a variable that makes an equation true is called the solution of the equation. Right. As you see here we have equation. We have x, and here we have 1 plus 1 will be 2. So here x plus 2 equal, and here we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 6 times means 6. So x plus 2 equals 6. X plus 2 equals 6. This is equation. The equation means the equal between two quantities. This is the first quantity and this is the second quantity. The equal between two sides. And the equation include equals, include constant, include variables, include coefficients. This is the meaning of the equation. Now, if I subtract the same number from the two sides, here we have a plus 2. If I subtract 2 from the two sides here, minus 2 from here and minus 2 from here, plus 2 and minus 2 will be 0. So here remains x, and 6 minus 2 will be 4. So here we have the new equation, x equal 4. X equal 4. But this equation from the first equation, and x equal 4, the value of x, the name of x equal of 4, solution. The solution means the value of the variable in the equation. I named the two equations here equivalent. Why? Because the two equations here have the same solution. So what is the solution here? The value of x will be 4 because 4 plus 2 equals 6. And here the value of x equal 4. Means the two equations have the same solution, x equal 4. When the two equations or more have the same solution, the name of the equations here equivalent equations. The first idea now, solve one-step addition equations. We have this problem here. Solve minus 5 equal p plus 8. Then check your solution. So what operation is paired with have a variable? How do you undo that operation? Listen to me please here. You know this idea from last year, but I want to remember you. Here we have equation minus 5 equal b plus 8. I want to solve this equation. What the meaning of solve this equation means? Find the value of b. Find the solution. Find the value of b. Right. How? We want to use the one-step addition equations. We want to keep the variable alone in the same side. So we want to remove the constant. How to remove 8? Add the opposite. So we can add the same number to the same side. Minus 8 here and minus 8 here. Then we can add between them. Now, plus 8 minus 8 will be 0. It remains here p. And minus 5 plus minus 8 will be minus 13. So the value of the variable b here will be minus 13. What is the name of the value here? Solution. How to check? How to know is it our answer here true or not? Go back to the same equation. Minus 5 equal b plus 8. Then take the value of b and put the value of b here, substitution. minus 13 plus 8 in the first side. Is it equal minus 5? Now minus 13 plus 8 will be minus 5. Yes, 5 equal minus 5. This is true. Means this is the true solution for this equation. This is the true solution for this equation. Who has any question here?
Mister, I'm so sorry, but can you re-explain how did you change like the positive 8 to negative 8?
Okay. I want to solve the value of b. How? The first step, use the step addition equations. Means we want to keep the variable alone in the same side. So remove the constant. The constant will be 8. How to remove the 8? When you add the opposite, means you can remove the 8 because any number plus the opposite of this number will be 0. So here we have 8. The opposite of 8 will be what? Will be minus 8. So add to the two sides the same number. Use the property. So plus 8 minus 8 will be 0. Remains b. And minus 5 plus minus 8 will be minus 13. So the solution will be what? Will be minus 13. Okay, Lamar?
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome. Now I want from all to try solve please this problem. I have this equation x minus 4 equal minus 2. Find the solution here and tell me your answer.
Mister, does x equal 2?
Great, Leon, great. Thank you very much. Okay, listen to me here. We have this equation. What is the variable here? X. We want to know the value of the variable. This is the meaning of the solution. Okay, to know the value of the variable, keep the variable alone in the same side. So means try to remove minus 4. How to remove minus 4? Add the opposite. What is the opposite here? The opposite of minus 4 will be plus 4. So add 4 to the two sides. What is the name of this property? Addition equality. Addition equality. Right. Now minus 4 plus 4 will be 0. Remains here what? Remains x. Minus 2 plus 4 will be 2. So the solution will be what? Will be 2. Right. How to check? Go back to the same equation. We have x minus 4 equal minus 2. Take the solution and put the value of x equal to, now here 2 minus 4. Is it 2 minus 4 equal minus 2? Check. 2 minus 4 will be minus 2. Yes. Here we have minus 2 and here we have minus 2. The left side equal the right side means our solution true. Who has any question here?
No questions.
Okay. Now we have this equation. Solve minus 8y equal 24. You have 2 minutes, please. Tell me your answer. What is the solution in this problem here, in this equation?
Mister, y will equal 32?
Repeat, please, your answer.
Y will equal 32?
y will equal 32. Okay, thank you, Layan. Who has different answer?
Mister, I got y minus no y3.
Y equal 3. Okay, Fatima. Who
Mr.
has
Y equal 32.
y equal 32. Okay, thank you, Lamar. Right, listen to me, please. As you see here, we have minus 8y equal 24. We want to keep the variable as alone in the same side. So how to remove minus 8? Here minus 8 coefficient, not constant. Here minus 8 coefficient because multiply by the variable. Type how to remove it? What is the opposite of the multiply? Divide. So divide the two sides by the coefficient. Divide the two sides by the coefficient. So divide here by minus 8 and divide here by minus 8. Now minus 8 divided by minus 8 will be 1. 1y. 1y means y. Equal 24 divided by minus 8. 24 divided by minus 8 will be minus 3. So the solution y equal minus 3. The solution y equal minus 3. Like how to check? Go back to the same equation. We have minus 8y equal 24. And take the solution minus 3, put the value of y will be minus 3, means we can write here, is it minus 8 times minus 3 the value of y, is it equal 24? Check, minus times minus plus, 8 times 3 will be 24, yes? The left side equal the left side, the right side equal the left side. So means this is the true solution.
Mister, can you go up a little bit? Mister, why you divide minus 8 by minus 8? You say that you should do the opposite.
Yes, the opposite when we have constant, but here we don't have constant, we have coefficient, because this number multiply by the variable. This number multiply by the variable. So when you have the coefficient here, choose the opposite operation. The operation here multiply. What is the opposite? Divide. So divide by the same number. Divide the two sides by the same number. So take minus 8, divide here by minus 8 and divide here by minus 8. So the left side will be y and the right side will be minus 3. Okay, Layan? Now we have this problem. Solve a over minus 4 equal minus 9. You have 2 minutes to try, please. This is the last example in our lesson today.
Mister, maybe the answer will be minus 9.
Will be minus 9. Okay, thank you, Layan. Who has different answer? Okay, listen to me, please. As you know from the first term, as you remember, we have the proportional. Here we have proportional. Proportional equal between two ratios. Here minus 9, we can write minus 9 over 1. And we can use the property of proportional here, the across multiplication. Take a times 1, a times 1 will be a equal minus 4 times minus 9, minus 4 times minus 9. So a equal minus times minus will be positive, 4 times 9 will be 36. So the value of a will be what? Will be 36. Will be 36. How to check? Go back to the same equation. The value of a will be 36. Put here 36. Is it 36 over minus 4? Is it equal minus 9? Now I don't know. I want to check. Now 36 divided by minus 4 will be minus 9. Yes, minus 9 equal minus 9. So we have true equation here, means this is the true solution.
Mister, I have a question.
Yes, tell me.
Here, why didn't you change like the sign? The -4.
Here we have proportional. The proportional, we have property in this proportional. Across multiplication. Across multiplication, take the first side multiply by the first side here, and the next side multiply by the next side. A times 1 will be a, and minus 4 times minus 9, minus 4 times minus 9, minus times minus will be positive, 4 times 9 will be what? Will be 36.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Who has any question here?
Mister, can you get another example?
You can try. You have 2 minutes. Try to find this problem here, please.
Mister, I'm not really sure, but maybe y equal minus 180.
Excellent, Lamar. Thank you. Okay. Here we can put 1, and as you see, we have proportional equal between two ratios, and we can use the property of proportional here across multiplication. Across multiplication. Take y multiplied by 1 will be y. Then take 30 multiplied by minus 6. 30 multiplied by minus 6. So y equal 30 times minus 6 will be minus 180. So the answer will be minus 180. Who has any question here?
No questions for me.
So I write the answer here 108 minus 180. Is it clear for all?
Clear.
Okay, inshallah, today we have homework, and tomorrow we will solve the homework and we do the revision for the same lesson, inshallah. So let us to take attendance now. Aliazia.
موجودة مستر.
Ika. Beka,
Here.
Sarah,
Here, Mr.
Selma,
Here.
Afra,
She's not here.
absent Afra. Okay, Fatima,
Here.
Nar,
Present.
Layan.
Here.
Great job. So this is our period today. Thank you for your listening. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.